Hello, this is Andreas from Nordic Tarot, and I'm here with a love reading for the second half of October. And I just want to mention, as always, that before we get into the readings, that these readings are general and they won't, and really they can't resonate with everyone. So I really hope there is a message for you, but if there is not, I'm sorry. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Your underlying energy is the Nine of Wands, and that immediately tells me that this is a path or something you've been doing for quite a while. Like the Nine of Wands, it's almost the end of the Wands journey, and you know, it can be a very difficult energy to deal with sometimes. It can be quite heavy. Like I said, you've been on this journey for a while now, and you can even feel like battered and bruised, like, Jesus, I've been standing here for a while now, guarding this entrance with my wands. But there's no sign of you giving up. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But I also understand if this is kind of where doubts start to set in, or if you question maybe, why am I still doing this? I've been doing this for so long. And you know, I always get the feeling of, with the Nine of Wands, that it's like, oh, when am I going to see a payoff? When is the end coming for this thing I'm doing? But then, of course, it's so important to remember that is the 9 out of 10, so you're almost at the end. But I do understand if the rest of the reading is kind of affected by this kind of like, oh goodness me kind of energy. At the heart of your reading, you have the King of Cups, and this could be you. You're an air sign, and the King of Cups is a water sign. But this, you could still show up as this king. I don't think this is you. I think this is someone else. So maybe you're dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, for example. Or maybe you're dealing with your King of Cups. And even if this is you or someone else, so let's say you are a woman, then even if you are a woman or someone with a lot of feminine energy, you can show up as the King of Cups. And let's say you are a straight man, then the King of Cups can still show up as your partner, like even if she's a woman. So it's just because the reading is so broad, it tries to cover as many people as possible. But I feel like this King of Cups is someone you're dealing with because it is crossed by the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is a card of like grief. It's loss, it's sorrow, it's being focused on what's lost. But what's important with the Five of Cups is that, yes, you have lost these three cups and you're mourning and grieving because of this loss, but behind you is the Two of Cups, which, you know, represent the card Two of Cups, the soulmate card, and two people coming together that feel the same way about something or each other. But what I find really interesting here is that in your feelings you have the Three of Cups. So what's the deal with this? Like, okay, so your situation is the King of Cups. Is this your King of Cups? I think it is. So then why is the King of Cups crossed by the Five of Cups? Why is there this grief? And of course the Three of Cups is a card that's talking of celebrations and community and, you know, friends, family, loved ones. You know, the Three of Cups always makes me think of friendships. So what is this? Because in the card Five of Cups, you have lost the Three Cups, but then you have those Three Cups in your feelings. So what's lost? What are you grieving? Is it the potential of the loss? Is that what's making it difficult, maybe connecting to this King of Cups or acknowledging and moving forward with him? Is that what the problem is? Because this is something you're worried about. I mean, in your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is, I apologize, I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but I just find your reading very interesting. Like in your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about planting your seeds. How to work with them to make them grow and bear fruit. It's about sustained work. It's about patience. And in your past, you have the Eight of Cups. This is someone who's emotionally done with something, a situation or a person or a way of thinking or a feeling, obviously. Like, this is someone who stacked up all their 8 cups and they acknowledge that, no, what I want is not here. I'm going to go out and look for the next cup, the 9th cup, which incidentally is in your crowning. So in the past, you did this, and this is someone, like I said, this is someone who's emotionally done. This is someone who moves freely and willingly and with a kind of sense of, this is okay. I'm okay with this. They move away from those cups no, this isn't what I want something else or different or more. And they go out and seek it. They don't necessarily know where to find it or how to find it, but they go out there looking for it. But then in your present, you have the Ace of Wands, which is a new project. It's excitement, it's enthusiasm, it's passion. And look at the underlying energy. You have the Nine of Wands, and then you have the Ace of Wands in your present. So that makes it, you've already got an additional wand in the present. And I feel like this can be about some kind of something coming in, some kind of information, or something like you're ready to take the next step in something here. I mean, this can be about some news from overseas or something. And then in the future, I mean, you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a legacy card. This is building a legacy. It's what is your legacy? Is this something you're building with someone else? Is this you on your own? I just feel like there's some like hopefulness in the future with this Ten of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Libra, you pulled some like interesting card combinations, and it's like, yeah, in the past you had the Eight of Cups, being emotionally done, moving away from something, looking for that next cup. Then in the present, you have the Ace of Wands, like excitement, passion, a new project, like you getting fired up about something. And then in the future, Ten of Pentacles, your legacy, building something, leaving something behind, like what embodies you. What will people remember? This stability, it's home, you know? Then smack dab in the middle of this, there's the King of Cups, and he's crossed by the Five of Cups. Like there's some grief, there's some loss. But what you've lost, you still have in your feelings. Like, could it be that with the Five of Cups, this is someone who's very much focused on what they've lost, right? They're very focused on the Three of Cups that are turned upside down in this card. But again, you have the Three of Cups in your feelings, so is this someone just maybe, I'm not accusing you or anything, but this is someone who's very focused on their friends and family and loved ones. Maybe so focused that they aren't paying attention. Maybe it's on purpose. Maybe they just aren't interested. But then, like I said, in your crowning, you have the Nine of Cups. So from your past, your crowning energy or your advice card is the Nine of Cups. This is, this is wishing. This manifestation, wishing. What is it you want? What is your happily ever after? How will you move on from this? How will you utilize the Nine of Cups energy? I feel like there's a lot of work involved in that. And work you're quite happy to do because you're working to your, toward your end goal. But what is it you're wishing for with the Nine of Cups? What is it you want to manifest? What is your goal? What is the next cup after the Nine of Cups? Is that what you're wishing for? A happily ever after, like a fairy tale kind of ending? Like family? Now, I've already talked about your feelings quite a bit, and I had pulled a clarifier for this because it was, I just wanted to find out more information, really. And the clarifier I pulled for the Three of Cups for you, and I'm sorry that you don't see it in the video. Honestly, I just don't have enough space for the cards, if I were to clarify the cards properly and everything. The Three of Cups is clarified by the Two of Cups. So, I mean, what's up with that? Because you have this King of Cups crossed by the Five of Cups, which is telling me that there is some grief, there's some loss, there's a lot of focus on what's been lost and maybe not remembering what you still have and what you still possess. And of course, in the case of the Five of Cups, that is the Two of Cups, but then in your feelings, you have those three cups that have been knocked over in the Five of Cups, but the Three of Cups, in turn, is clarified by the Two of Cups, so you have all five cups. Like, I think that's pretty out there. So who is this King of Cups? Is this someone you lost or feel like you lost or think you lost? Do you think it's over with this person? It kind of looks like it with the Five of Cups there, but then in your feelings you have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is clarified by the Two of Cups. You have all five cups. They are all there still. So what's up with the King of Cups and the Five of Cups? What's going on there? Do you have all the information? In your outside influence, you have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is like having a stable foundation. This is planning for the future, and it's often in a group as well. So is this something that's connected to your feelings with the Three of Cups? Is this something you're doing with friends, for example? Planning for the future, building something. And I feel like it has to do with some kind of change, and is it this Eight of Cups kind of energy from the past, right? And then now being done with the past, or being in the past having been done. And then in the present, you have the Ace of Wands, which, like I said, can be a new project. It can be a new project, or being excited or passionate about something. Is that what the Three of Pentacles is about? Because I feel like this was brought on by some kind of change, where it's like, okay, well, I'm done with this, so I'm going to start something new. I'm going to start a new project, for example, with the Ace of Wands. And I feel like the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles might be related as well then. Is this planning for the future? And what do you have in the future? Like I said, Ten of Pentacles, which is a legacy. This is building something. So, I very much feel like a lot of these cards are very well connected in some pretty wacky ways in some cases, but still. And then we come to your hopes and fears, the Seven of Pentacles. Like I said, it's planting seeds. It's sustained effort. It can be like a patient energy, which can be extremely frustrating. I understand if that's what you're kind of feeling. And I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is connected to the Nine of Wands. Like maybe not seeing the kind of return that you want or expect, because the Seven of Pentacles, like I said, can be so frustrating because it's so slow. And for an air energy, that kind of slow grinding isn't like your favorite kind of energy. Let's just say that it's not your favorite, I don't think. But then, I feel like I said, I feel like the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands are connected. But I also feel like the Ace of Wands and the Three of Pentacles is connected with the Seven of Pentacles. Like, is this your new project? Is this are you hoping for it to turn out well? Like, you're planning for these seeds to be planted and you're excited about what you're doing with them. But then I feel like there is this kind of flip side to it as well, where maybe this is something you don't want to look at. Maybe the work is not something you're very interested in. But like I said, with the Nine of Cups and your crowning, I do feel like the messages I'm getting, it is about you putting the work in as well. And yeah, when people say the phrase, when someone says the word sustained effort, it doesn't sound like the most fun thing to me. As I definitely understand, and it's not the most exciting kind of energy. But like I said, I feel like the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, they are all connected to the Seven of Pentacles. And that it will take work. This is something you have to work on. Like reaching the Ten of Pentacles, making that effort to build a legacy. Figuring out this thing with the King of Cups. Yes, the manifestation energy and the wish fulfillment of the Knight of Cups. Did I say Knight of Cups? Nine of Cups, sorry. The Nine of Cups, it will require some effort to be put in. And I think, that's good to know at the very least. Now, there's one other card that I've clearly clarified in this poll that I did, and that is the Page of Swords. And before I say anything else, the Page of Swords can sometimes be someone spying, quite devious. It can be someone who's gathering information. It can also be someone who's being brutally honest. Almost too brutal, some would say. This is truths that are not sugar-coated. This is just, this is how it is. And this is someone who's expressing this to you. Are you expressing this with the Page of Swords in your outcome? This is just brutal honesty. And like I said, I did pull a clarifier for it, and the clarifier is the King of Cups. So I think that's pretty nuts, if I'm honest. So are you then getting information about this King of Cups? Is the King of Cups being brutally honest? Are you being brutally honest with the King of Cups? Now, why I think that this is you are the Page of Swords being brutally honest, is because of Clean It Up and Magnanimous Me, which are your Oracle cards. And Magnanimous Me from the Oracle of E, this is the one I'm actually going to read because it's quite short. It says, "This is the time for your true nature to bloom like a crocus in the spring. You are nothing but a big ball of love, and the only thing you really want is to love up on everyone. This is a good time to get in touch with that higher truth and free your generous spirit. Kindness, anyone?" So, Magnanimous Me is this card that's about opening up and just, the card says, just being a big ball of love and wanting to love everyone. And I understand that kind of energy, but then you also have the clean it up card, which is like the essential meanings is getting to the core of a situation, King of Cups, freedom from a burden, which I also think is the King of Cups, and the Nine of Wands here, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. So I feel like you have been having issues with this King of Cups, right? And it might not even be with the King of Cups. Maybe it's just the idea of it. Maybe you're not with someone. Maybe you're just, this is you. Like, for example, maybe you're just gotten out of a relationship. Maybe you're now figuring out what you want out of a relationship. What's worth it to you? Okay, I'm going to clean up all these things in a relationship that I don't want. You can do this while you're already in a relationship. Like, these things in the relationship don't serve me. They don't do me any good. Like, maybe they are actively hurting you in some way, spiritually or emotionally, etc. But I also feel like there is this, like, huge openness and willingness to love with magnanimous me. But like I said, in your outcome with the Page of Swords, I feel like you're going to be brutally honest with someone here. I do feel like it's you. Like, has this King of Cups hurt you? Like, I feel like you are still in a relationship maybe, but maybe there was something went down here and there was this grief and this loss. But then, like I said, in your feelings, you still have the 5 cups there. So the friends and support and family and everything and celebration and happy feeling, that's all there still. But the 2 of Cups is still there as well. So they are all there. But it does look to me like you're kind of going through things and saying, okay, this is how I want to plan things. This is how I want to put my effort in. This is what I'm excited about. This is what I'm wishing for. This is what I want my legacy to be. This is what I'm cleaning up. And this is what I love. Like, that's kind of how I feel like your reading played out in the end. So that was your reading for mid-October. I really hope that was a message for you. And, like I said, these readings are general and it's kind of impossible for it to resonate with everyone. But if it did resonate or if it didn't resonate and you want some more answers, you have some questions about other aspects or areas of your life, maybe there's some situation you're in, then you can contact me through my email, which you'll find below in the description box. I'll give you some information about prices and the kind of readings I do. And as always, if you are wondering what kind of decks I've used or anything like that, you'll find most of the information down below in the information box as well. I know I keep changing things up and doing things differently, but I'm trying to find my way of doing it and kind of what suits me, and as well as input from my viewers, of course. But until next time, I hope everything goes well with the messages that were there for you, and if nothing else, I'll see you next time.